Alright, hey, what's up? We've got a pretty good fight today. Today we are going to be talking about two legendary characters, both very famous, about equally as strong, Deadpool and the Green Goblin, and we're going to make them battle. But unfortunately, I don't have the equipment to do an actual fight, so we're just going to be talking this out. Alright. So, chat with me in the comment section about this. So, let's begin. Alright, let me start with, both of these characters are, shall we say, super soldiers. Not exactly super soldiers in the Terminator sense, but they're both pretty much, kind of lab experiments in a way, kind of gone wrong. Now they're like superhumans. But the Green Goblin, like I'm talking about like the Spider-Man movie Green Goblin, we're not really sure if he has any kind of healing abilities or what his strengths and weaknesses are. All we know is he has a, kind of superhuman strength, about the strength of Wolverine, somewhere around there, and he has a Iron Man-like suit that's not as strong as Iron Man's suit and doesn't have as many weapons, but an Iron Man-like suit that resembles a green monster goblin kind of thing, hence the name Green Goblin. And then Deadpool was a cancer patient who had a healing factor and, all kinds of experiments and stuff tested on him. And he was pretty much locked up with a bunch of other superheroes created the same way he was, like, Iron Fist and all that, and, Power Man and stuff. So Deadpool escapes, and he's pretty much the world's most deadly mercenary. And he's pretty much basically just like a ninja guy, kind of like a dark Spider-Man in a way. Alright. So, Deadpool's an anti-hero, mainly a good guy, and the Green Goblins played the role of the bad guy. So, yeah. A lot of people, let's start off by just saying, a lot of people believe that Spider-Man could beat Deadpool. I don't really believe that, but if that is true, then the Green Goblin would definitely beat Deadpool, because the Green Goblin pretty much beat Spider-Man. The only thing that Spider-Man used to kill Green Goblin was he outsmarted him, and when the Green Goblin sent his, saucer thing with the blades on it flying at Spider-Man, he did a backflip over it, and Green Goblin punctured himself. Spoiler alert, but I doubt you haven't seen that movie if you're watching this video. So, yeah. So Green Goblin had Spider-Man right there, he could have killed him. So yeah, Deadpool doesn't exactly have really super strength. I mean, he does on occasions, but he's about the same strength as Wolverine, but with like a better healing factor. Like you could shoot him in the brain and he comes back. But if he would get shot in the brain, then he would technically lose, even though he just comes back. So he would be the loser if he died first. But if he just, didn't even fall over or, get knocked out, then technically, even if he did, get shot, he still wouldn't be the loser. But if if any hero's to the point to where they're on the ground dead, then they're the loser, no matter, regardless if they're going to come back or not. Alright. So, the Green Goblin versus Deadpool. Alright, honestly, the Green Goblin has better armor on. We haven't, really seen anything that can prove this hypothesis, but I'm pretty positive Green Goblin's armor is bulletproof. Green Goblin's armor can withstand fire from being in, the burning building. It can take hits from, the super strong Spider-Man, who is super freaking strong, like we saw him in the end of Spider-Man 2. Lift that giant machine thing up in the air, which had to have weighed how much? I mean, I think even Hulk would have taken a second to lift that up. Yeah. So, yeah. The only thing that Green Goblin really brings to the fight is super strength, about enough strength to throw a human being about 10 feet away from him just by lifting him up by the neck, and has all kinds of bombs and little, throwing knives and stuff all in his suit. And there's no real open holes where you can reach straight to the inside body in that suit. Deadpool, on the other hand, has an extreme healing factor, and unless you actually get him in the brain to the point to where he's unconscious for a while, then you haven't killed him. And he wears what is believed to be a cloth Spider-Man type suit with two, I guess you could call them samurai swords in his back, like a pouch on his back, and he has 2 Uzis and usually has a hunting knife on him. That's what Deadpool brings to a fight, and he may have a few hand grenades on him. Alright, so let's make them fight. In Imagination Land. Just kidding. So yeah. Who would win? Who would win? Who would win? Alright, I think it's pretty obvious. Deadpool wins. But it's not who wins, it's how they win. Alright, let's say it starts like this. The Green Goblin flies in on his saucer spike kind of thingy, his like air surfboard, and you know, he lowers it to the ground and steps off, and it pretty much levitates there in the corner. And Green Goblin, you know, just, you know, is like, who the hell are you? And then Deadpool just goes and says something smart mouth like, well, the question is, who the hell are you, sir? Or something stupid. And then Green Goblin would just make his, you know, saucer just fly in Deadpool's direction. Deadpool would probably just hop over it, and it would just go into the wall. And then Green Goblin will probably run at him and do like a super kick at his stomach. And Deadpool would just grab where he was kicked and go and be like, oh shit, and then pull out one of his swords and probably just swing at Green Goblin. Green Goblin would probably just put his arm up and block it with his, you know, armored kind of wrist thing going on there. And then it would probably hit the buttons that he has on his wrist, and it might cause a little short circuit right there, like, and might give him a little shock, but it's not really going to do any damage. So then Deadpool would probably then pull out a hand grenade and shove it in Green Goblin's face, and then, well, he would probably just throw it in the air, and then kick it into, you know, Green Goblin's face, and then push him away, and it would blow up, which probably still wouldn't even do much. But the fact that Green Goblin has a little, you know, hole between his teeth, like on the mask, and then it goes into his face and leads to his teeth, where that hole is, he could have gotten a little damage around the mouth. That's about it. But from, you know, most part, the only real damage is the black soot kind of going on the mask. Green Goblin probably just like goes over, pulls out one of his, you know, little slicer throwy thingies, and throws a bunch of them, and Deadpool dodges them all exactly kind of like Spider-Man did in the movie. And then Deadpool would just pull out both of his swords and just go up and try to slice Green Goblin, and realize that his armor is just that strong, and it would just keep bouncing off. And then Green Goblin would probably just punch him in the face, pick him up. He would pick Deadpool up and just throw him. Deadpool would slam off a brick wall, and it would probably dent in a little bit. Not to the point where he goes through the wall, but the wall would dent a little bit. Then Green Goblin would walk over and probably say something all in that eerie voice, like, you thought you could beat me, or whatever, and be like, I don't know, but, you know. And then Deadpool would probably just, while he's acting like he's down or whatever, just turn around for a second, like, just when you think it's pretty much, like, over. And he's like in the corner, like acting like he's crying or something stupid, like and stuff, like joking around. And the Green Goblin's like, and they call you a hero. And then he just turn around, both of his Uzis aim right in the gap between the mouthpiece and the mouthpiece, and just go kill him. Therefore, Deadpool wins. Comment, like, and subscribe, please. All right, and peace.